Hi guys, so today I have a controversial video for you, and sometimes I love to do controversial videos, so today that's what I'm doing. Now, I'm going to be talking with you guys about a few men's fragrances that women hate. Now, hold on. This is not just coming from me and my experience. I actually went on my Instagram and asked the girls, I did the little question box thing, and I asked them to mention some men's fragrances that they really hate. Now, there was a lot. There was a massive amount of responses, and to be honest, there seems to be one fragrance for men that I think ruled like so many of the votes. It was crazy. We have a mix of designer and niche, so we're not just picking on the designer boys, we're picking on the niche as well. So let's just get into this video. I have quite a few fragrances. Apparently girls, we have very strong opinions, and let's just get into it. Me personally, I hate Dior Sauvage and I hate the way it smells, even though back in the day I did used to like it. So how does it smell? To me, the reason is because it smells so synthetic. It doesn't smell natural and classy at all. It just smells like a molecule, a synthetic molecule called ambroxan. It's an ambroxan bomb, and for me, that's why I personally don't like it, and it is super common. So apparently a lot of girls agree. I can't tell you guys how many, there were so many girls that said Dior Sauvage. This fragrance to me is something that I wouldn't recommend you guys to buy in 2021 because of its popularity, because of the way it smells, but it is really popular, and it just won't make you smell unique or make you stand out. But saying that, if you love it, wear it, live your life. I'm sorry, I feel like I just hit you guys in the heart right now, some of you. Creed Aventus. Now, I don't really know why some girls don't like this, but I really feel like the scent DNA of Aventus and all of its clones, some girls just really dislike. They dislike the harshness and the strength of this fragrance, and I really think that that's the reason why a lot of girls don't like it, because it is common, but it's not Dior Sauvage, you know? So I think that it really is the scent DNA of this fragrance that some girls just really dislike. You will either find a girl that loves this fragrance and thinks it's the best fragrance ever, or you will find some girls that think it's disgusting, it's horrible, it's too much, it's a mess. I used to think it was incredible, but now to me, and I will be honest, I think that there are so many clones of this fragrance that it's just really destroyed the character of the fragrance. But it doesn't smell bad. To me, it still smells good. It's just not unique, nor is it something that I personally like to smell on a guy, but it is a good scent. So apparently girls really dislike Aventus, and I'm just gonna leave it there. By the way, I'm gonna leave the most hated fragrance till last, just so you know. Next up, we have Invictus. Now, this is not the Invictus that all the girls were talking about. They were talking about the original Invictus. And I will tell you guys, I hate this one that I have here. It's disgusting. It's really synthetic and it's horrible. But I understand why girls don't like this fragrance. To me, it smells really cheap and really synthetic. Now, I remember the Invictus Aqua years ago. I really liked that fragrance, and then they discontinued it, and I think it's really hard to find now. Paco Rabanne, to me, their fragrances smell very synthetic, which is not necessarily a bad thing if that's what you like, and you like the way it smells, then buy it, wear it. But that's just my personal opinion, that a lot of the Paco Rabanne fragrances, they smell very cheap, or they smell a little synthetic and a little bit tacky. So Invictus, I see why girls don't like it, and majority of them said Invictus smells cheap. So yeah, anyways, I agree with this one. It's a fragrance that I really don't like. I really dislike this version of it as well, but yeah, sorry. Let's move to a niche. We have Amouage Interlude. This is the Black Iris, but a lot of girls said Amouage Interlude, and I think it's the most popular fragrance from Amouage, and Amouage is one of the most popular niche houses, and I think it was around 8 girls that said Amouage Interlude, they hate it. Now, I see why. Me, I actually really like the scent. I like the Interlude Black Iris, but for me, I see it on a specific guy. I see it on a more mature guy who maybe he wears something a little crazy, maybe he's a little more mature. I really see it on like a perfume collector person. It is a super weird and creative scent. Saying that, personally, I like it, but a lot of girls dislike it, and I see why. It's a very strong and peculiar fragrance. There is oregano in this fragrance, for reference. It's a strange perfume, but it's not really something I would tell you guys to wear on a date. Never in a million years. This is probably like the least safe date fragrance that you could ever wear, so just keep that in mind. Me, I like it, but apparently a lot of girls dislike it. Amouage Interlude. Another one from the list, Youp Homme. Youp Homme? Jupe Homme. Youp Homme. This fragrance, Youp Homme, there was so many girls that said Youp Homme, and I know why. It's the sort of fragrance that you buy when you're 15 and you're so happy to have it. It's cheap, it smells good, it lasts a long time, but it's very synthetic, it smells really cheap, and yeah, apparently girls hate it. This fragrance has had its days, and I think that those days, they're over. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. The next fragrance that we have here, this one really hurts, and that's how you know that this list is 100% true. I didn't put in any fragrances in here. I didn't take any out. A lot of girls hate Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal. This really hurts because it's one of my favorite designer fragrances. I love it, but apparently girls don't like it. Now, I can be reasonable here, and I can tell you guys I can see why some girls might not like it. It does have a vintagey sort of vibe to it, the original Le Mal. It is very, very strong. It has lavender, it has tonka bean, vanilla. It's very sweet, strong, aromatic, fresh, barbershoppy type of scent. And it can tend sometimes to choke you a little bit, the fragrance. If you overspray it, it will choke you and it will choke the people around you. So be careful. It makes me sad that a lot of girls dislike this fragrance. Me, I have sentimental attachments to this fragrance, but I also love smelling it on guys, and I think it's a great scent, but some girls hate it, so keep that in mind. Fahrenheit came up a lot, and Fahrenheit is the sort of fragrance that I can see why girls don't like it. It is a love or hate for sure. It's kind of like Aventus. Either a girl will love this fragrance and be like, what is that guy wearing? Or they will be like, that is the most disgusting scent I have ever smelled. Get away from me. Fahrenheit definitely is an acquired scent. To me, it smells like a tire, like a rubber tire. That's exactly what it smells to me, like a burning rubber tire. It's green, it's leathery, it almost smells a bit like petrol. It's a super strange scent. I respect it so much because I really think that there is nothing in perfumery that smells like this. And I really think that if you're a super confident guy who wants to smell classic and vintage and you really respect the craftsmanship of this fragrance, then wear the heck out of it. But keep in mind, it is such an acquired taste that most people are probably not gonna like it. So a lot of girls hate this fragrance. Me, it's not my favorite. I would never tell my boyfriend to wear this on date night, but I can respect it, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the next one makes me low-key super happy. Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, I have kind of expressed my hate for this fragrance a little bit on my channel. I'm not a big fan of leather, and I feel like leather is the sort of note that is very acquired. You either love it or you hate it. I was actually really shocked that a lot of girls mentioned Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. Me, I really dislike this fragrance because it's too harsh. It doesn't smell to me sexy or alluring or yummy, or I want to come closer to it. I'm intoxicated by it. To me, it really smells like leather, like raspberries and leather, and I really just dislike it. So for me, I see why girls don't like it because I also don't like it. But if you have it, wear it, love it, whatever. Some girls adore leather. Some girls find leather to be the sexiest note and scent ever. For me, I don't really like it, and Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, no. This fragrance also came up quite a bit, and it is from Parfums de Marly, and it is Calan. Now, I can 100% see why some girls hate this fragrance. Now, okay, for me, Calan is the sort of fragrance that I don't dislike, but I don't love. It's in the middle for me. And it's the sort of fragrance that I will probably spray it once every like 8 months, maybe even once a year. And it's just, it wasn't something that I want to smell every day, all day, like Herod or Leighton. It just isn't that type of fragrance to me. To me, it smells very woody and dry and earthy and spicy, but it has a sweetness, but it has this ambroxany dry down to it. I can see why girls don't like this. There was actually a lot of people that didn't like this fragrance when it was released. There was a bit of a hype around this fragrance, like the red bottle, Calon. It was a cool name, cool marketing. The notes looked really cool. But then a lot of people got it and tried it and were like, oh, not sure about this. For me, I don't hate this fragrance at all. Like I said, it's just not something that I'm like, whoa, this smells incredible. It's a sort of fragrance that I don't really gravitate towards at all, and apparently a lot of girls feel exactly the same way. Acqua di Gio. Now, again, this is one I easily see why. Acqua di Gio, the original, it's dated, it doesn't smell very good. If you wear Acqua di Gio and you're still wearing Acqua di Gio, it's just the type of fragrance that you're gonna blend in with everyone. I always hated Acqua di Gio, the original. For me, it smelled like bug spray. I just never liked it. Apparently, a lot of girls feel exactly the same way as me. I really like the Acqua di Gio Profumo. I like the Acqua di Gio in the clear bottle, Essenza, but they discontinued it. There is a few from the Acqua di Gio line that are good, but the original just, it's not worth buying anymore. It's like Dior Sauvage. It's not really worth buying in 2021. So maybe steer clear from this bad boy. The most hated fragrance by far, you guys, is this little gold block. Now, this fragrance is the best-selling men's fragrance, I think, in the entire world. And I don't want to hate on it, but I also really want to hate on it. I think that the reason that majority of the girls hated this fragrance is because of its popularity. 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. I feel like this is a great first fragrance for a boy. If he's 15, 14, 16, whatever, I feel like this is a good scent for a teenager. But after you've passed your teenage years and stuff, I really don't think that this scent is really that suitable, because it really does smell young. It's too sweet, it's too synthetic, and it smells like a club would smell. A lot of girls hate this fragrance. I'm not sure if it's because of memories attached to it, because literally every guy in the world has probably once had this fragrance in his collection. If you're into perfumes, or if you've been gifted a perfume, chances are that you've had this fragrance in your collection at one stage of your life, because it is the most popular, because it does have a great top note, because it is technically a good fragrance, but for me, it's just one, overly synthetic. It smells way too much like a clubbing scent. It's had its time, it's had its years, it's had its success. Now let's leave it in the past. So I understand the hatred towards this fragrance, even though technically it does smell good. It's just not something that I would suggest buying in 2021. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you weren't personally offended. If you had, and if you loved any of the fragrances in this list, please, please, please don't be offended. It's just the opinion of a few people, and that's it. If you love something, if you love wearing 1 Million and you're 55 years old, keep on living your life. Keep on living your life and doing your thing. You're not disturbing anyone. So just live your life, enjoy your fragrances, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.